It does not have insurance right now.
It doesn't have insurance. That's the least of your worries, pal.
I know my brother's
Wow.
So everybody was inside.
Dude, that utility pole can take a hit.
Confirmed it?
They're going to confirm it now. Yeah, it's definitely a 30.
Passenger's going to be a 30.
Hello friends, Squink here, former cop, future. Here to break down another video using my law enforcement experience and to answer any questions that come up while we're watching body cam footage. And I am going to answer the question that everyone wants to know, which is, what the hell are the cops doing? Today's video comes from Midwest Safety, the moment he realized he killed his best friend. Very sad, I'm sure. I've never seen this, walking in blindly, reacting in real time. Here we go.
I killed him, didn't I?
Yeah.
On May 17th, 2024, in Trumbull County, Ohio, Ohio State Highway Patrol was called to the scene of a car crash where the vehicle involved reportedly lost control and ran.
Let me take a guess here real quick. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to blame alcohol. Before I even know what's coming, I'm going to say alcohol was a factor. I mean, we're looking at 30 minutes after midnight. You're hitting a utility pole. It's either that or it's the phone. It's always one of the two. Let's see.
Rammed into a utility pole.
How you doing? You witness this? Just rolled up on it?
Rolled up on it. They're the witness driver. Those that are actually, they're not the witnesses. They were the first.
Wow.
So they were first responders. So everybody was inside. And
Dude,
crashed,
that utility pole can take a hit.
Okay.
Nobody actually called.
All right.
Oh my God.
Long time no see, right?
I'm what? 2 days and 2 times in 1 day to see.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Is he still alive? He dead? Confirmed it?
They're going to confirm it now. Yeah, it's definitely a 30.
Passenger's going to be a 30.
He is going to the hospital, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Was it Pontiac G8?
Yeah. I am not tired.
Hey man, what's your name?
Dylan Bransage.
Is the car registered to you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It does not have insurance right now.
It doesn't have insurance. That's the least of your worries, pal.
I know my brother's friend.
Who's the passenger in the car?
My friend Nick Thompson.
Nate Thompson?
Nick Thompson.
Nick?
Help.
So, oh my God, this is going to be a hard watch. Yeah, I don't know how much to attribute, just an emotional state after a traumatic event like that, and how much to attribute to alcohol. At this point, I have no idea whether it's alcohol or what. So I guess we'll find out.
No.
Anything else from him?
No, you're good. I'll see you down at St. E.
If it is alcohol, they are not going to be able to administer standardized field sobriety tests because of the extent of the accident. So they'll probably skip right to like a PBT, a test of his blood, a blood draw. That's probably what's going to happen.
Boy, they took that pole good, didn't they?
They're going to do a blood draw regardless because it is a fatality.
That's a big old pole.
Wow.
How you doing? Someone said you witnessed what happened?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
So I was sitting out there on my top left window right there playing the game, and I heard the engine rev because I thought it was going to be like some racing or something, so I wanted to see that. So I looked out the window. He revved the engine from right there, and then he just zoomed, and then he like sort of turned a little bit, and hit the pole right there.
Okay.
And then I heard screeching.
Did you see the actual impact, or just look out and this is what you saw?
I seen the actual impact.
Okay.
Dude, that
Talk to
pole,
anybody when you came out here?
that pole is that house's guardian angel. Could you imagine if it had rolled into that house?
No.
Alrighty. Thank you. If we need anything, I'll get a hold of you call you. All right. And we'll go from there.
You guys got Ring cameras?
And BJ.
Did your cameras pick this
I
up?
just checked it. It didn't pick it up. It caught the after the impact when the lights started flashing and stuff like that. I tried to see.
I love how the light is still on though. Dude, that pole is a
You guys are coming
boss.
for battle.
I was trying to get him out because it looked like it was about to catch on fire, but till y'all put the fire, extinguisher on it. So I was trying to help out.
Crazy night, huh?
Definitely.
Did you identify him by any chance?
Yeah.
We have Nick Thompson. Yeah, he said Nick Thompson was all I had.
His buddy did.
Yeah. The buddy said his name was Nick Thompson.
All right.
I'll head down there. You look good, Mike. You look like you should be in Europe.
You like that?
It's gonna be blurred because of HIPAA.
All right, Dylan.
Yes, sir.
I'm the officer handling the crash, okay?
I remember you from the scene.
Okay, so I'm going to have some questions for you, but prior to anything, the standard procedure, I'm going to read this to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Before you answer any question, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent.
I am just gonna let you know that I'm gonna want a lawyer.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and say he's drunk. For sure. For sure.
Do you want to answer any questions? Just basic questions about the crash?
Basic.
Yeah, here's what we can do. You can
Are you
say,
okay to ask? Is it cool if you ask him first?
yeah, I'll ask the questions and then
Absolutely.
you can give them the answers from that if you choose,
Yes,
okay?
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell me what happened tonight? You were on Colonial.
Drinking and driving on Colonial.
Okay. Do you remember what direction or where you're headed to?
Towards Belmont.
So you're headed west on Colonial, right? That's towards Belmont.
I think that's probably about it. 'Cause I don't mind the answer. Just because I've never.
Yeah, well, okay, interesting. Yeah, you gave us the bit we were worried most about. You just incriminated yourself. So I don't really know what else other questions I could ask that would further incriminate you, but I understand.
Been in something like this, and yeah, I wouldn't think he could have been any worse. I was intoxicated. That's about all I'm willing to answer.
That's all I need for this.
Where were you coming from tonight?
That's all I'm willing to answer.
Okay.
Get out of your way real quick.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
You remember how fast you were going or anything? Did you try to help me out on anything?
I'm sorry. I would if I knew more about it, but
Okay.
I am not willing to answer.
Okay.
I've never been in.
Honestly,
That's
he probably
understandable.
doesn't
You have the right to
remember.
do that.
I'm
Do you,
nervous, I'm
do you
scared.
have any questions for me?
I just would really like to have my phone just so I can get a hold of the people that I need to.
I can try and do that for you.
Itself.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Are you worried about your friend at all? Do you want to ask about him?
I told him, didn't I?
So he knows.
Yeah.
No.
So, real quick note. If I was in the situation, I don't know that I would have told him. I don't know that I would have told him that he killed his friend. He's going to find out eventually, but they want to keep him as calm as possible, especially while they're doing all this medical stuff, and that's just going to elevate him. I wouldn't have told him. I would have tried to find a way to steer around that answer.
If you find what kind of cell phone? iPhone?
It's a Galaxy Fold.
If you find a Galaxy Fold cell phone in there, can you grab that and bring it down to the hospital when you clear?
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Nothing at all?
So the reason the cop keeps saying, "Do you have any questions for me?" is it's giving him an opportunity to answer any questions for the suspect. But also with that, he could gain more information about what happened through those questions and the follow-up questions that the suspect might ask.
I have so many questions for everyone, but
Okay.
I asked you one.
Okay. Well,
couldn't be the worst question.
unfortunately, Dylan, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna hide anything. But yeah, your passenger, unfortunately, he didn't make it. Okay. Was that your friend or?
My best friend.
Okay.
It's
You
never
remember what
worth it.
happened?
It's
You know how you
never
lost
worth
control?
it.
Yeah, being stupid. That's all I got to say.
But what was the stupid part of it?
Drinking and driving.
Were you driving fast or?
Yes, that was the stupidest part.
I have a crash. I'm trying to determine what caused.
I also understand that answering questions,
Okay, fair enough.
but
Like, bro, you already
it's
told
being
us you were
stupid. I'll give
drinking
you
and
that.
driving.
That's all I'm
You're
willing to
fucked.
say is I was being stupid.
Yeah. I know alcohol's involved. I can smell it, Dylan.
No, and they asked me that at the scene, and that's why I didn't answer it twice.
Yeah. Okay.
And
What's your? Can I have your address?
I don't remember it right now.
Okay.
I believe it.
No insurance. Yeah, you did tell me that. I thought.
I did. That's why I remember you from the stop.
Yeah, it looks like he hit his head too. That mixed with alcohol. I'm surprised he remembers anything.
A couple ice just behind you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Do you know any information on your passenger, his phone number or anything?
I'm just really good friends with his sister.
Okay.
I work with them both.
And he works there as well? Okay. So you don't have any questions whatsoever for me? All right, I'll probably be back here shortly.
I appreciate it. Thank you. No.
Wow.
This suspect, 26-year-old Dylan Vrancic, was charged with aggravated vehicular homicide and 2 counts of operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Reports indicate Vrancic lost control of his vehicle and swerved into a utility pole, crushing the passenger side of the vehicle and causing the car to catch on fire. No airbags were deployed in the vehicle. The passenger, 41-year-old Nicholas Thompson, was pronounced dead at the scene. It was confirmed he was wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. The fire department used hydraulic tools to remove him from the vehicle. A blood alcohol test showed a .21 alcohol content in Vrancic's system, more than double the legal limit for driving in Ohio.
Almost 3
On December
times.
12th, 2024, 7 months after the crash, Vrancic pleaded guilty to all 3 of his charges.
Wow.
Before his sentencing on January 16th, 2025, Vrancic commented about the incident.
I wish I could take back what I did. Nick was a really good friend.
Yeah, I
just
bet.
ask for forgiveness from God and Nick's family. I hope that in the future I can help others dealing with alcoholism and hopefully prevent this from happening to anyone else.
I hope so,
Unfortunately,
honestly.
you took somebody's life because of your drinking and driving. It's a heck of a way to enter the court system for your first time.
Vrancic was sentenced to 3 to 4.5 years in prison and was given a lifetime driver's license suspension.
I don't know why they don't hand out more of those lifetime suspensions. Like, you see so many of these cases. We've covered a lot of videos where some pretty tragic stuff happens as a result of alcohol and driving. And they have prior suspensions, but then they only get like a year suspension. It blows my mind. So good on Ohio for giving him that. I don't have a whole lot to say. This is pretty clear cut. I give the police officer a 8.0. I don't agree with him telling him right off the bat that he killed his friend. Again, that's just to keep him remain calm during those medical assessments they're doing and things like that, because he could have become severely physical and unpredictable at that point. It's by the grace of God he remained calm and in the bed. Drunk people are very unpredictable. You got to remember that. Alcohol is just, I'm telling you guys, it is the worst thing to ever be created. It creates so many subsequent problems after you've consumed it. I genuinely believe that nothing good comes from it. Nothing good comes from it. When you think you're having a better time or you're a better person because of the alcohol is what is making you think that. That's your perception under the influence of the drug that is alcohol. It's all in your head. It's a toxic substance. I think in moderation, some wine once in a while in your own home while watching Wednesday on Netflix is fine. But you should never get behind the wheel after consuming any amount of alcohol, especially like multiple drinks. This all should go without saying. I do these videos every single day, just about. If you like this one, like, subscribe, comment, and share. I appreciate y'all making it to this point in the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.